Hi, this is Rick Frederick with a review of Ahern, Lyon, and Quas 2011. Young Children's Emerging Ability to Make False Statements. Very, very short paper, simple study. Basically, the researchers gave young children a task in which they could earn a prize for telling a lie, showing them a fish half the time and showing them a bird half the time, and telling them that they always got rewarded for saying that they had a fish. Then they would test whether they really seemed to understand what they were doing by recognition trial, by asking them if they won, so on and so forth. And so they had three age groups, 2.5 to 3 years, sort of. And so the second group, in which there were 3.5-year-olds, it wasn't until the children were 3.5 that they did better on the task than the younger children. So the principle that they were investigating was that many false statements made by young children, and these are young children, labeled as lies, are best understood as impulsive false statements in which their attention while speaking is focused on desires rather than on beliefs. So desire-based responses are made in accord with the child's desires. False desire-based responses need not be mistakes or lies, because the child may not be inattentive to rather than ignorant of the truth. So contrasting is that belief-based responses are made in accordance with the child's beliefs. And so it doesn't appear from their study until that this doesn't really occur until about age 3.5. So they taught 2 to 5-year-olds a game in which they earned prizes for claiming they had a bird. Okay, so always say you have a bird. It was what they were told. Then they were shown pictures of fish and asked what they had. The age groups here, 2.5 to 3.5, greater than 3.5 to 4.5. And then 4.5 to 5.5. They're comparing their responses to guessing, and so if you notice that the very young children don't do significantly better than chance on understanding what they're supposed to say when they see a bird. So their responses show that they don't really have the capacity to intend to lie in the way that the older children do. So that they can't really seem to make consciously false statements at the same capacity that these older children had. A 1 would be a perfect score. And these scores are much better than the 50s and even a 35% here. Interesting little study. There's also a review of some interesting literature on very interesting experiments in which children are asked to tell falsehoods. So well worth reading. Nice short paper.